Hey guys, Patrick Wind here and welcome to this training model in which I'm going to show you 11 advanced tips for copywriting. In this model, we're going to walk through this entire checklist that you will also find in the download section of this video. And we're going to talk about the elements that we have researched in Adespresso, WordStream, FunnelDash. And of course, we have combined it with our thorough understanding of copywriting over the past years, working closely with the algorithm of Facebook and Instagram. So let's get started, guys. The first thing that you have to have in mind when you write successful copy for your ad is that you really have to confirm that your copy matches your funnel focus. So for example, is it a branding copy? Is it a prospecting copy or a retargeting copy? And you have to have the appropriate wording for each part of the funnel. So without being too aggressive in the upper part of the funnel, for example. When it's your first time that you impact a new potential customer in the upper funnel, so branding or prospecting, you should really not talk about discounts. You should really not be like a salesman that wants to just sell the stuff, but you should rather be careful and very soft in your wording. And when it's in retargeting, you can of course be more aggressive and communicate that you have a special offer that is just available right now, today, for the first 100 people, so on and so forth. So you really have to have in mind when you write your copy in which part of the funnel you actually are. Once again, as all the time, you really have to embrace A/B split testing, so test different versions of your copy and not only your creative, because it really matters that you give the copy also an important and a big part of the importance when it comes to A/B testing. That's something that many people don't do, and I really recommend it. What I see a lot is people test their creatives and their videos, so the photos and the videos a lot, but when it comes to copies, they just use one copy and they think that's it and it's gonna be good, but they never try around with different elements in their copies. They don't test copy versus copy with emojis versus copy without emojis. They really lack this very important part of the improvement and the optimization of their ads, and that's something that I really recommend you, because imagine it's like a magazine, and of course the cover is nice, therefore the creative, and then the headline is of course like the headline in an article, but then the article sucks. You wouldn't actually want to have more from this product or service. So it's really important that also the copy is very nice and goes aligned with your overall messaging, and it shouldn't be too long, and it also shouldn't be too short. So really test different options also of your copy. Then use specific copies for each segment. All of this comes down once again to being relevant with your ads. And one possibility to improve the relevance score is you could target each copy to a specific segment of your audience, because the more relevant your ad is going to be, the better it is. And once again, remember, relevance is king. Okay, so it's something that you can easily include in your A/B testing. So use a specific copy for men, use another specific copy for women, use a specific copy for older people, use a specific copy for younger people, use a specific copy for people in Barcelona, use a specific copy for people in Berlin, Madrid, whatever. Use a specific copy for people who work for McKinsey. Use a specific copy for people who work for McDonald's, whatever, okay? Facebook gives us so many opportunities to really come up with specific targeting options, and then give them a specific copy for the specific segment. Are you a tourist in Barcelona right now, for example? Well, then play around with that. Are you an expat from Germany who lives now in Barcelona? Well, then give them a German greeting or something. So this is actually a very important part. You're gonna be more relevant, therefore your the CPM is going down, because you're gonna win more ads, you're gonna win more auctions if you are more relevant, and therefore your overall performance is gonna be better with using a specific copy for a specific segment. So really test it, include it in your A/B split tests, and come up with some creative variations of this specific copy. Then make your ad copy go hand in hand with the image. That is super important, and that's something that I see wrongly done many times in in the ads that I see all day long is that your copy really needs to somehow relate to your image. Your readers will have a better understanding of what you offer if your ad copy is supported by strong related image. So it's not possible that you show an image of a tattooed man with long curly hair, and then you communicate something that is not related at all to this kind of audience, okay? Or you show just your product, so a very strong focus on the features of your product, and then you communicate something very lifestyle and benefit somehow. And what is the biggest mistake that I see a lot is actually the contrary of what I've just said now, is that in their copy they focus a lot on the features of the product, okay? So and so many watts, or so and so many inches, or whatever. So they focus on the technical part, so very technical feature related copy. And then in the image they use a very lifestyle, emotional, benefit sort of image. So this is super contradictional, and it's not recommended. So if you want to focus on the features in your copy, then focus also on the features in your image. But if you want to focus on the benefits, so more lifestyle, then use a lifestyle photo, and so on and so forth. So be consistent with what when it comes to your copy and your image. Then once again, focus on the actual call to action, which is clicks, and not so much your brand. You will be able to formally introduce your brand once they have clicked on it, once they've come to your website. Then you can tell more about your brand, your history, and also the more details about the product. But in the ad, it just goes to grab the attention of the readers and get them to click on the ad. That's everything that matters. And then one opportunity to evaluate your A/B testing is not only when it comes to click-through rates, but also to relevance scores. So as mentioned so many times, relevance is king, and really analyze in real time how relevant your copy is to choose an audience. And this is going to be determined by the Facebook relevance score. And of course, if you run an A/B test, you could analyze option A and option B based on the click-through rate they have got, CPM, so on and so forth, or also the relevance score, which is available only on ad level. So not on campaign level, not on ad set level, but only on ad level, you're going to see the number of the Facebook relevance score. So what else can we do in order to improve our copywriting? Well, we can promise something in return. So advertisers should offer up the value proposition along with some type of bonus. Okay, so customers are willing to come back to your product when your copy makes the benefit clear to them. For example, free delivery, free shipping, free express shipping, purchase this or that and get a free pair of sunglasses as well, or whatever. Okay, this really will increase the click-through rate and will really get their attention better. However, you should still always try and leave some space for curiosity, because when you have people starting to think about your brand and have to think about the ad, that's when the magic happens. Okay, so the ad copy has to provide just enough information to cause intrigue, but get readers to click on the ad, but it should also leave some space for their own thinking, because that's when they're gonna fall in love with your brand. And super important, urgency and scarcity. That's of course only recommendable when you're deeper down in the funnel, so only in retargeting. Don't play around too much with urgency and scarcity in the upper part of the funnel, because it's not recommendable in branding or prospecting, because it will give the people the impression that you're cheap and just trying to sell your stuff. Okay. However, once you're deeper down the funnel in retargeting, you really should create scarcity on your Facebook ad copy. And for example, you could use only for today, the first 100 customers save 50%. And if you're able to find the right mix of urgency and scarcity, your ad will have accomplished getting users to take action. Very good. So the last 2 points that we want to discuss in this checklist is that stay focused with one call to action, have the best ads, have a clear goal, and are not confusing by communicating too many messages at the same time. So be clear and precise, right? Don't tell them we are very cool, we have a new collection, but this is a specific new offer right now. No, Be clear and precise. Just use one specific message per ad, okay? And once again, keep it simple. Use simple language, okay? Don't be too complicated. Copywriting is not high literature. It's time to cut the verbosity and just be direct, clear, and make it simple that many people will understand it, okay? So don't use complicated, long texts with over 3 lines or something. No, try to use short sentences like this one. Use simple language that's easy to understand. Point. Copywriting is not high literature. Point. It's time to cut the verbosity. Point. Also, when people read your ad, they should know these 3 things: what you're offering, how does it benefit them, and what should they do next. So clear call to action at the end. So I really hope you enjoyed this one as much as I did, because it's super practical and super helpful when you create the copies for your ads. And I'm looking forward to seeing some great results of you guys, and I wish you a wonderful day. Goodbye. Thank you.